Hey and hello there everyone! Welcome back to the post-strike streams Friday bonus edition. I gotta stop doing that. I really need to clear this desk because I've got too much stuff on it. That's the problem. Sorry for I started a minute late today. Sorry if you can hear a weird muffled talking in the background. There's someone outside the back doing something. I don't know what, but it just was really loud. I almost thought I had a window open. It was so loud. Seems to have literally stopped right now. I'm very confused. But hey and hello there everyone. Welcome back to the post-strike streams, our sort of final last hurrah October edition, Friday edition, October the 3rd edition, Mean Girls and Full Metal Alchemist Day. Any fans of either of those two things? I have, rather famously or infamously, have never seen Mean Girls, despite having wanted to. It was one of those movies that I'd wanted to watch. And back in England, when I used to watch multiple movies per week and watch loads of television shows and stuff like that, now I don't because I'm too poor and my eye is messed up. But back in England, when my eye was good and I lived in my parents' house, and I had access to TV, I kind of always thought, well, there used to just be so many channels on the free television networks. And I was I'm sure one of them will show Mean Girls eventually. And I'd always look out, I was an avid, television schedule looker-upper. And it just was never on. At least on free television. Maybe it was on satellite TV, but it was never on the free TV, at least once I became interested in watching it. But for years I would look through and and there'd be movies where it's this one's finally on and this one's finally on. But Mean Girls just never was there. So Kevin, you love Full Metal Alchemist. Now here is my question. See, I think this actually is inadvertently my anime hot take, but I like the original Full Metal Alchemist more than I like Brotherhood. Apparently that might offend people from my understanding of the internet. I don't know, but I thought the original series was a bajillion times better. I enjoyed it way more. Maybe it's just because it was the first one I watched. Maybe if I watched it in the other order, I wouldn't have. But I liked it way more. I thought it was way better paced. It had way better pacing. Brotherhood had this weird... It was longer, and it felt more drawn out. It rushed a load of stuff at the start. What took 2 seasons in the first show took less than a season in Brotherhood. And then Brotherhood just went to a snail's pace for the rest of the show. If you imagine, the original, if the original did things in 13s, what took 26 episodes in the first show took less than 13 or whatever in the second show, but then it had 40 episodes to tell the remaining 20 episodes worth of story, and so it just felt really slow to me. Very slow. Kevin, I feel like I've watched all of Mean Girls through memes alone. A little bit here too, yeah. But anyway. The thing about Brotherhood is it clearly thinks you saw the original version. Yes, Kevin, that's kind of what I felt, because I was kind of I didn't mute the laptop. That's kind of what I felt in some ways. I kind of felt if you hadn't watched this though, if this was your first thing, without getting into the details too much, there's a character who in the first show is kind of really important, and you get a lot of attachment for them, but in Brotherhood it really just kind of skips over them, and I was just kind of so it's just in the second show you just don't really care about this character, but in the first show you really do, and so I don't know. Anyway, Bark. But yeah, no, I think that's a good assessment, Kevin. Right, we are here in the game. The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet had a new raid event yesterday that I forgot to talk about yesterday. But I forgot it was due out yesterday. We'll talk about that later because there's a bit of a scandal revolving around that. No, not really. But for those of you who have Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's a weird thing that happened yesterday in the game that we'll talk about. But for now, let's see who's here and who's around and stuff like that. So could you guys, gals, and non-binary pals, we'll go through my tickets first, which are Thunderous, Stack Attacker, and Celesteela. Could you please let me know Could you please let me know if you can do any of those? So could you say strike in big capital letters and then follow that up with I can do... Oh, hang on, I did that wrong. I did that wrong. Sorry, you don't need to type the number of times you've played because that's 0, but just do strike and then say I can do, and then let me know who you can do out of Thunderous, Celesteela, and or Stack Attacker. Okay, ready, set, bow. But here's the thing, Kieran, but you might be interested in the scandalous story that happened. So yeah, so in Pokemon Scarlet, so ready, set, bow, let me know, and I'll quickly tell this story. So in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, yesterday they had a new 7-star raid event, and it was for the Paradox Pokemon Roaring Moon and Iron Valiant. Roaring Moon appears in Pokemon Scarlet, and Iron Valiant appears in Pokemon Violet. So far, so normal, right? 7-star. And, you know, so it's a bit of a thing where it's like, oh, okay, so if you want to get the other one, you have to connect up online with other people. They did this with Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, for example. So, okay, that's par for the course. However, when people connected to people with the other game, they found they couldn't join their lobbies. So I joined my friend Michelle. We tried to join her Pokemon Violet lobby. I couldn't join. She tried to join my lobby in Pokemon Scarlet. It wouldn't work. That was weird. And when we tried this several different ways and stuff like that, it just didn't work. There was some kind of error. And then additionally, here's a further thing though. That was like online. Apparently, if you tried it locally with people, like if you were physically close to, you know, if you had a Scarlet player and a Violet player who were physically next to one another, you could join the other person's raid. So you couldn't do it online, but you could do it locally. But here's where the plot thickens even further. Like, if you thought this was thick, it's about to get thicker. So say if me and Michelle were right next to one another, and I joined her in Pokemon Violet for an Iron Valiant raid, and say we valiantly won the Iron Valiant raid. So we both catch our Iron Valiant, and then we hop on over to my Pokemon Violet, and I invite her to do a Roaring Moon. We're able to do the fight because we're local, and then when it gets to the catching it though, we wouldn't have been able to catch it because the Iron Valiant and the Roaring Moon like had the same flag or something like that. So basically, yeah, there was this weird thing where if you're playing online, you could literally only fight the Pokemon in your version of the game. You couldn't cross the versions. And then if you're playing locally, you could cross versions, but you can still only catch one of the Pokemon, not both. So it's basically, and you may be thinking, is this by design? But like, no, they have come out and said this is an error and they're working on fixing it. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, Bark, we've got Tegan, we've got Kieran, and we might need like a second Kieran, because Kevin can't play. I thought Friday was supposed to be on Lara Day, although on Lara was here yesterday, in fairness. But so is okay. So yeah, we really, Kieran, we might need 2 profiles from you here. That's Pokemon's been slipping with the events recently. I mean, I will just say, between the Koraidon and Miraidon thing and then this, I will just say it's not ideal. It's not ideal. At least this is like kind of should have like a quicker fix. Whereas yeah, the Koraidon and Miraidon thing, I don't know what they're gonna do about that, basically. So anyway, okay. So, yeah, let's have... Okay, so if we've got... Let's see. Oh, crud, I keep forgetting to go on the actual spreadsheet to do the sort thing, because that doesn't work on mobile. So we've got Tegan, we've got Kieran, we've got Kevin, but not Kevin. So, I think... I'm just trying to think what's easiest or better. I think probably... Can we go with Stack Attacker first? Because... I know we will have, like, 3 accounts playing, but it's one of those things where I think let's go with Stack Attacker first today, okay? So we're going to go on the Wycom. We're going to connect to the Wycom. And then we are connected to the internet. And then we're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. And then we're going to go stack attacker. This is just if, it's just one of those things where if we do have like any internet connection issues or if Kieran fumbles which switch is which, stack attacker is like, I would say stack attacker is like the safest one for us to do. And that's why, we'll do this way. So let's go 0310, 0211. So that's 0310, 0211. Isn't that nice? One's counting down, the other's counting up. Bo's trying to stacker the odds in his favor. Xander. No, okay. I'm kidding. Oh, Kiba. Kiba, do you want to join a stack attacker if Kieran... Oh, no, Kieran's in both. We need Tegan, but... But no, so Tegan, I choose you. Oh, you're in. Okay. Sorry, Kiba, you missed out. But we'll get you on team 2. I'll add you to the spreadsheet. So stack attacker, it's weak to ground, it's weak to fighting, and it's also weak to water. Less so for the water, but it's still pretty nifty. So yeah, we'll get on with things basically. Okay. Right, so like Nidoqueen is very, very good because ground and fighting are the best, but don't knock a good water type though. Don't knock a good water type. The other thing about water, here's the thing about water. This is why water is also quite good as well. There are so many water types. Kangaskhan does have dig, quick before the hyena come. So yeah, Kangaskhan with dig is definitely a good final choice. But here's the thing. The thing with water is that there are so many water types that you can get a good rain team, whereas with like fighting, there aren't as many fighting types or fighting moves, and that's kind of the difference. So that's why you don't knock a good water type. Right, Glalie and Chinchino, they're both terrible. Jinx, Golduck's to the left, so we could go with Golduck to the left. And then Dubwool, doesn't Dubwool have body press, but there is also Electabuzz, who has helping hand, although we may not actually need that, mightn't we? Maybe if we have Ralsei switch, so like Lilligant switch for the Golduck, and then I think honestly that's probably just about it, right? But here we go. I'm kind of reminded of the Simpsons, like, are you... hang on a sec. Okay, I'm going to use 1 max ooze here just to boost the special attack of everything. And then I'll use a max quake afterwards to, like, really hit hard. But okay. What was I going to say? I don't know. Quiver Dance for a stronger Petal Dance. Honestly, you could. Just because Petal Dance is a bit of an unreliable move, and it would... I don't blame you if you do that, because Petal Dance is a bit of a weird move. If you had, like, Energy Ball, I'd be like, no, use 2 Energy Balls, but just because Petal Dance is a bit of a weird move, and it might take, like, this fight might take, like, 3 turns, I'm going to allow it, to the extent that I can allow it, because I'm not in charge. Oh, yeah, Kiba, you have stack attack. Yeah, see? I'm using the old noodle. Right, here's Quiver Dance. Oh, you're already the fastest. What was I going to say? I don't know what I was talking about. Something to do with water types and the number of them. No, it was after that, though. I don't know what I was talking about. I actually don't know. What the heck was I talking about? Glalie is 5'11". Oh wow, I actually didn't know that. That's big. I didn't think a Glalie would be quite that big. Like if I'm picturing how big that is bigger than I would have anticipated. Okay, so right now go in with like all the Petal Dances and strong moves and stuff like that. That is very big. In the anime, they did not make Glalie that big. Glalie was more Ash-sized, which is what I was picturing. But anyway, Bark. Sorry, my brother like sent a message as well, so I was kind of like half reading the message, but so I think that's why I got distracted from whatever I was talking about. The alpha form is 9'11". Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Glalie should be the basketball, not the size of a basketball player. Okay. Kadoosh, nicely done, Team 1. Very well done. No, seriously, well done, everyone. Oh, yeah. Actually, chat. Okay, here's a quick conversation topic for today, right? So, we sort of begun... we tapped into this a little bit yesterday. I think one of the best things that Pokemon has ever done is introduce abilities. I think that not only are they a brilliant gameplay mechanic, but they also give so much personality to Pokemon. And they allow for, like, really creative Pokemon creation, right? And designs. And so... I really love Pokemon abilities. I think they're excellent. And games like Legends Arceus annoy me because they get rid of the abilities. And it's sort of like an oversimplification, and it robs a lot of Pokemon of what makes them special. Pokemon Legends ZA is allowing for hold items, but Golduck to the left, Oh, I was going to talk about Golduck and being gold and stuff. That's what I was going to talk about, but never mind. But here we go. But Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Legends ZA has a thing where you can hold items, but it's still not going to include abilities. And like that's the thing, they are so natural, right? Like they're just such like they fit into the game so well, and so it's sort of weird taking them away. But Pokemon Legends ZA is it's having items, but it is going to have items, but not abilities. And I think an important part of Mega Evolution are the abilities. Like a lot of Pokemon, it's like not only do they get a stat boost, but they get a way better ability. And so I want you guys to like help me list off Pokemon where when they Mega Evolve, it's kind of an important part of their evolution. Like, I mean, there are different extents to which this is true. But yesterday, for example, one of the main ones I think of is Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan was one of the best and most impactful Mega Evolutions there was, because it had the whole ability where, like, Kangaskhan doesn't attack, and then the little baby doesn't attack, at, like, a lesser amount of damage. And this was a very, but that was like a big part of Mega Kangaskhan's identity, that it had this like extra attack every time it attacked. And yet here we are, we're going to have Mega Kangaskhan in a game where, how is it going to deal with that? Is that ability going to sort of secretly, in a hidden way be implemented into the game? So like, oh, if you Mega Evolve Kangaskhan, like there is a little something extra going on, or what? Because otherwise it's Mega Evolution like kind of looks the same pretty much. It's just, but a big part of that Mega Evolution is the ability rather than the visual aesthetic of the Mega Evolution. On Lara, hi! Mawile was the other big one I mentioned yesterday because it has huge power. Mawile is a very weak Pokemon. Even adding 100 to all of its stats isn't really that big a difference, but the thing that makes a difference is having the huge power ability. So Mawile is another one where its ability is like a really integral part of its Mega Evolution. I think Pokemon like Glalie and Salamence kind of fall under this category to a lesser extent as well. I think they're abilities that change certain types of moves into other, like normal type moves into other ice and flying, is an important thing as well. Anyway, Lilligant, Rollsy must search your Lilligant, Rollsy must search your Lilligant, Lilligant. Nicely done. Although, no, Kangaskhan still has the dig quick before the hyena come. Okay, who do we face here, though? Dubwool, Greedent. Do we want to just go for Dubwool? because there are berries afterwards. I feel like if we go for Dubwool and berries afterwards, Electabuzz does have the helping hand, but we've got a load of water types, and I don't think that's a good idea. Dubwool sucks if you use physical attacks, but we have 3 special attackers here, so I think it'll be okay. Oh yeah, so just important. Oh yeah, Rollsy has the Golduck. Yeah, so just make sure you use like the special attacking Max Geyser and not the physical one, and we'll be fine. That's like literally the only thing to look out for. Mega Gengar losing Shadow tag. Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, what's Mega Gengar gonna do? Like, boo. I was saying boo earns. Yeah, that's a good point. That's saying Alakazam, I don't think really makes a difference. There's no Mega Machamp or Mega Golem. But like Charizard, physical Charizard, the Charizard X, like having that tough, like, yes, it changes the stats so it has like more attack, but I feel like having that like tough claws really kind of helped out Charizard X. Drought for Charizard Y, which we talked about. Venusaur has the thick fat, which means that, like, it's, you know, it basically takes away the fire and ice weakness from it. So basically, Mega Venusaur is only, like, kind of weak to, like, flying and psychic, effectively. That's, like, a really good ability. At least defensively. Whereas, like, if you Mega Evolve your Venusaur, like, in ZA, are you still going to be, like, vulnerable to... that didn't do very much damage. Don't like that. Maybe Octillery needs to use, like, an acid spray or something? So, yeah, there's just a lot of Mega Pokemon where I kind of worry that... Oh, no, we don't need to use acid spray. We're good. We're good. Okay, so everyone keep going. You're doing great. But yeah, there's a lot of Mega Evolved Pokemon that rely on their ability, and so I hope Legend ZA is kind of factoring this in some way, because, you know, it's not ideal. And although like a Pokemon like Medicham's ability it also had as like a Medicham as well, but like it's still just that thing where ooh, nice. Yeah, it's still just that thing, though, where... Mega Medicham, though... it, like... You know, it's like a part of Medicham and its ability is that... Again, some Pokemon, they kind of design around their abilities. Like, they will kind of be like, oh, this Pokemon has weak defense, but we'll give it an ability that then, like, boosts its defense. And so if you take away its ability, then it's just a weak Pokemon. Again, Azumarill is kind of similar to that in a way. Like, they gave Azumarill huge power because they're like, oh, Azumarill's pretty weak, so we'll give it this ability to buff it. But then in games without huge power, like, Azumarill's kind of rubbish. Although apparently it's actually quite good in Pokemon Go, but I don't know about that. I can't imagine that. Unless they, like, balance it in Pokemon Go, which maybe they do. Maybe that's why it's actually still good in Pokemon Go, because they kind of, like, balance it out. But okay. So I think we've got a good team here. For a Stack Attacker, I think we're pretty good. Oh, so Kevin, Kiba, on Lara. Would the 3 of you like to do a Thunderous after this? I know we don't normally do team discussions during a Dynamax adventure, but I am so confident of our success here that I think we can waste the Stack Attacker's time by rating our Team 2 options. But yeah, okay. Yay! It's weird not doing Thunder. Imagine if I get Stack Attacker here, and it would be like, oh, if we'd have just done Thunderous first, we would have got Thunderous. I mean, Thunderous probably has like the worst shiny out of the 4 that I have left, but it's the one I've had for the longest as well, though. So I don't know. It's just funny. It's just funny. Also, Shadevan fan. I'm not sure if I said hi to you. And on Lara, I did acknowledge you, but I don't know if I actually said, like, hi or hello. So hi or hello. Take your pick. Okay, so here we go. Right, Max Quake, more like a deep fake. Kadoosh. Well, that actually did a good amount of damage. I wasn't optimistic that that would actually do a whole lot, just because it's like a physical move. It's based on like a, dig, which isn't that powerful. It's non-stab. But yeah, Scorching Sand sounds like a scorching plan. Brine time. Ah, that was so close. I like the idea though. Keep it up, because that will do more next time. Because of just how brine works. It's brine time. Right, Stack Attacker's Burned is getting desperate as well, so it's going to start using generative AI. You can't spell autotomize without AI. Okay. Stack Attacker's Speed rose sharply. It became nimble, more like a thimble. Okay, and then there's Iron Head, but that didn't do very much because of the burn. Thank you, Scorching Sands. So here we go. Hang on, dang it, Bo, for some reason, the way you say, the one I had for the longest, triggered your brain to start singing for the longest time. Oh, for the longest time. I am sorry. I am sorry for that. That isn't what I was going for at all, but... Right, Scorching Sands, yes! Okay, Team 1, that was fun. Seriously, well done, Team 1. Nicely done. What is it? It's like it's the Kierans featuring Tegan. Okay, so well done, Team 1. So we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. No, very well done, Team 1. So this would be a good time to like the video, or the stream, if you haven't already, on Lara is currently the #1 fan, alongside pretty much everyone else, except Xander. Xander's at the bottom. Xander, you need to up your game. But apparently. But yeah, so we should have at least 7 likes. Can we do more than 7? Can we do more than 7? I don't know. Right, here we go. Glalie is a no. He looks angry because he could have been a Frostlass, because it's actually a Glalie. Right, Golduck is not golden. How is that? I think we do need to get a regional variant of like Psyduck or Golduck someday, and have the water psychic type, unless there's a Mega Evolution in ZA, which maybe there is. But we don't talk about leaks here at Bovio Games. So if you're like, oh, well, the leaks said no, they didn't. And no, you didn't. Okay, so Dubwool. I'm aware there are leaks. Dubwool is also a no. And Xander, busy with job. Well, your job is to have the highest XP on this live chat. No, I am kidding, obviously. But I did expect as much. So Glalie, no. Golduck, no. Dubwool, no. Will we get the Golden Stack Attacker? No. Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, let's check. No Sparkles there, no Sparkles there, no Sparkles there. Were they all 1281 though? That's quite funny. They're all 1281. That's quite a nice rare thing. And then we've got Impish, Relaxed, and Naughty. And a Serious. Why so serious? Then that's the question. Okay, I'm going to go with the Naughty Dubwool, because there's just something kind of funny about that. No, I know, Xander. I had suspected, because normally you're like at the top, so I was like, I guess work's keeping you busy today. It is a Friday, in fairness, so I want Golduck to have a Platypus evolve. I don't know, a Platypus? Golduck the Platypus! No, okay, anyway, so that was like my worst Doofenshmirtz ever. I kind of need to have a drink, though, before I do that. Anyway, would you like to keep a record of where you found Stack Attacker? Yes, I would. Okay, so Team 2, although Cuba, did Cuba say anything? Cuba, do. Oh yeah, Mega Lucario adaptability. That's a good one as well. So I'm just scrolling up to see if I can find Kiba. Kiba I've got at 212 is the last time I can see Kiba. Hopefully Kiba's still here. Oh, Kiba, there you are. Aha! It is I, Grunty Boy. And, okay, yeah, so Kevin on Lara and Kiba, let the show begin. And by begin, I mean it already begun. But let's carry on with Team 2. Oh, I need to reset this thing, though. Okay. Right, hang on. Ah, no! Spreadsheet! Hang on, Kevin, and on Lara, and keep it. Ugh, come on, spreadsheet. I'm not messing around, spreadsheet. Kieran and Tegan. Come on, Tegan. Take it. No, you don't actually need to do anything, Tegan. It's just the spreadsheet is being very annoying. There we go. Okay. So, let's go on the YCOM. Let's make sure we're connected to the internet. Let's talk to the nice scientist lady. And then we'll say anything goes, by which I mean thunderous. And here we go. Spread me a sheep. A double. Excuse me. I am a ram. Okay, no. 0310 and then 0231. That's not confusing at all, is it? 0310 0231. So 0310 0231. That's code ready set bo. Zach, hello. Welcome. Now is a great time to like the video if you haven't already. Oh yeah, I don't know how many likes we had. Did we end up getting more? I don't know. Hopefully we have at least 8 likes now. Hopefully, in theory, in game theory. But we'll find out. But yeah, wow. In a month, though, I'll be on a break from streaming, I guess. So wow, look at that. Or is it a month? I can't remember if it's like a month yesterday or a month today. I don't know. Maybe it's like a month today. Actually, I have a way of finding this out. I think. No, I think it is. No, first and second is going to be like the last weekend. So, Right, okay, so Thunderous. You guys know Thunderous, electric and flying type that knows Sludge Wave, Weather Ball, Rain Dance, and Thunder. So watch out for Water type Weather Ball and 100% accurate Thunder. We'll get back to Weather Ball in a second. But the best things to use against it are Rock and Ice. You guys know this, because those are the 2 super effective things. But if we need to go for stuff more defensively, Ground types and Lightning Rod Pokemon are the most brilliant. And then shout-outs to Volt Absorb Pokemon, plus Dragon types, Grass types, and other electric types who, like, resist and have immunities and such as well. And then, but with regards to Rock and Ice, Rock is a little bit better than Ice just because of Weather Ball. If we set up Sandstorm, that's a bit preferable, a bit more preferable to the Hail, because if Thunderous is going to use a Weather Ball of either a Rock or Ice type, Rock is better than Ice. Okay, Rotom is actually really good for Celesteela, but this isn't a Celesteela, so oh well. Yeah, so Cramorant is terrible because it's flying and water. Wait, it's flying and water, not water and flying? That's interesting. Oh, rock and more rock! Lots of rocks. Lots of rocks, all the rocks. Let's go and pick all the rocks. Crustal rock, excellent. Oh yes, Smackdown. Yeah, that's the thing. Thunderous has so many things, and the Discharge, and Smackdown is good. There are too many things to mention, okay? Too many things. Okay, let's see. There is Electric to the right. Mienshao does have Wide Guard, but I wouldn't really worry about it too much. Boltund does have Helping Hand. Helping Hand could be better than Mr. Mime, although there is also Sandaconda. I'm thinking right is better, though, because we can beat Swoobat, and then we can get to, like, the Sandaconda. Oh, we went left. Why did we go left? What was to the left? What was to the left that was better? Because to the right we had, like, the electric and ground. I'm very confused as to what happened there. Why did we go left? I mean, hey, I personally like the left. I like here at Bovio Games. But, like, on this one occasion, though, we didn't want to go that way. I'm assuming we did 2 one direction, 2 the other, and somehow things got messed up, but hopefully we can work our way back to Sandaconda from here. I hope. We'll have to see how that goes. If there's like a ground or something like on the left, I mean, we'll check the third row as we'll check our options after this, but yeah, because the thing about Swoobat is that we were very super effective against Swoobat as well. I mean, Linoon shouldn't be an issue, but Yeah, okay, Boltund is, like, less of a big deal. I would have rather had, like, Boltund instead of Mr. Mime and like, Sandaconda instead of me, maybe, but either, neither, neither. Mr. Mime can still use a helping hand, or a light screen, or both. It depends on how many lives we have. If we have 4 lives, I wouldn't really worry about light screen, and if we have, like, 2 lives, a light screen could save us. Okay, so Lightning uses substitute. It wasted a chance! Key Gamer Shorts, yo! How you doing? Happy Friday! To the extent that Fridays are happy, which is very, because it's Friday. Okay, an electric current spreads across the battlefield. Mr. Mime is setting up a light screen against a Linoon that I think only has Snarl as a move, but then again, Mr. Mime only has psychic moves, doesn't it? So, fair enough! That's close enough! So yeah, I was gonna say, like, fair enough in that rhythm, and then I, like, messed it up, so then I was like, I'm just gonna say that's close enough. No, Kevin, I don't think you can hurt this Linoon, though, can you? Because I think you do only have, like, Psychic. Unless you mean you misclicked Light Screen instead of Reflect. Oh, Helping Hand. Oh, you're supposed to use... Oh, you're using Helping Hand. More like a Helping Plan. Oh, okay. Max Darkness. No, no, no. Hang in there, Crustle. Oh, buddy, oh, pal. Okay, Special Defense down. That's fine, though. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we'll have a look at the path ahead. Again, if there's something in, like, the top left, that's awesome, but Sandaconda was, like, in the middle to the right, I believe, sort of center right. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Right, okay. Okay, right, okay. Let's see what we've got. So we do not want this Linoon. It is garbage. So we don't want this. If we were in some kind of desperate pinch, Snarl could be kind of useful, genuinely, but we're not in a desperate pinch. We have a good team here. Okay, yeah, it's Hitmontop time. Yeah, Machoke. Oh, yeah, I did see the Alcremie. But yeah, I think we do want the Sandaconda, right? So, we can do... Actually, who's... I am just going to pick the Hitmontop. I know it has the Intimidate, but Mienshao has Aura Sphere, which I think is actually a little bit scary. Although I don't think Mienshao can hit me at all, which is interesting. But I'm not sure if Hitmontop can either, so... Kevin, you are super effective against this, so for the love of Nelly, don't Science. I was thinking I could Science, but, like, Hitmontop has what, like, Fighting and Dig? It literally might not be able to touch me, so I'm kind of thinking maybe... And I could try and burn it. I could try... I know it has Intimidate, so it is going to hinder Crustle and Boldor a bunch. But I am kind of wondering if I could burn it and then use Hex. I know I have a penchant for missing not 100% accurate moves as well, but I just really believe in a Hex strategy here. Although actually, although I could just do Nasty Plot and then Hex, but no, I'm gonna go Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna trust my gut. I'm gonna trust my gut. That is filled with lunch. Yeah, I did consider the Science, but I was just thinking, oh, the Hitmontop has a triple axle, doesn't it? So it can hit me with triple axle, but, like, it's triple axle, he says before he gets KO'd by a triple axle. Kaz, hello, welcome. Lovely to see you. Okay. So, Will-O-Wisp, it hits! I saved us all! No, I'm kidding. No, it's not that important, but here's a Max Mindstorm. Kaduj. It's a very good start. And then, but basically, if Hitmontop does try and do anything here, it's going to be very nerfed, basically. Okay, so it is using a max knuckle. See, look, it's trying to boost its attack, and we're not going to let it. See, look, that did nothing. Nothing! Although, of course, when it then shakes off stuff in a minute, it will shake off the burn. But, oh, body press, that's using the old doodle. And then Stomping Tantrum. So, yeah, that's not going to do a whole lot. But that's fine as well. Look, we did, like, half the health. So, if I use Hex now, it is kind of weird, like... To be honest, a better strategy is just using Nasty Plot and then Hex instead of, like, Will-O-Wisp and then Hex. But in this case, though, lowering the attack is a useful thing to do. So, but we had the terrain up that time, so we did more damage there as well. Well done, Team 2. This is going very nicely. Theo! Hello! Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you as well. Oh my gosh, a bunch of people here who we don't always get to see as much. Theo, how you doing? Happy Friday. To the extent that Fridays are happy, which is they should be because it's a Friday. Also, what happened to Onlara? Why was Onlara not on the spreadsheet? I put Onlara on the spreadsheet. Oh, well, never mind. Until just now, Onlara, you did not exist in the eyes of the spreadsheet. I apologize. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right, so we don't want... Unless Hitmontop's good for a double switch. I can't even remember who we've got next. Who have we got next? Like, Sandaconda. Actually, no, I'm okay against Sandaconda because I levitate. So, I think I'm gonna stay. Because Sandaconda does have really good physical defense. I know there is an argument for, like, triple axle. But I actually think Hex could be good. And also, hang on. Just with regard to my penchant for missing inaccurate moves. Yes, I did hit. I did hit the Will-O-Wisp. But do you guys really trust me to hit, like, 3 triple axles? Is that really gonna happen? Is that a thing that's really gonna happen? I don't think so. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. So, here we go. Right. Beyblade burst. Quad strike. Okay. Right. So we're gonna do Hex here, and then I was waiting forever for like the menu to come up, and then it took forever. Okay. Right. Here's Hex. I would expect you to score a -3 axles. Exactly. Yeah. I'll just kick myself. That's the spirit. Okay, Onlara is going big, which is good. I'm anticipating a max knuckle if I know Onlara well enough, but it could just be the old max quake just to get things going. But ooh, helping hand sounds like a helping plan. Although actually, I would just attack it with Psychic, Kevin, because Sandaconda has really good physical defense, but not so good special defense. So honestly, Psychic is kind of one of our better moves here. Whereas, like, yeah, look, that X-Scissor didn't do like a ton. We are getting the boosts now from the knuckles, but I think I would just go with like the Psychics here. I'll probably end up being wrong. Like something will go terribly this turn, and then it'll be like, "You should have helping handed." Okay, there's the Hex. Here's the Psychic. Yeah, special defense down. Blub 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 blub. No. And then yeah, Max Quake. I like it. Kadoosh. Oh gosh, that didn't do that much though, did it? I was hoping that was gonna do a little bit more. I'm a bit worried about... Okay, oh no, X-Scissor did a ton there, so that's good. Oh, critical hit! Okay, that's good. We needed that. We actually did need that, probably. Well, I feel safer having that crit, basically. So, and then here's the Hex. Oh, that was good. Was that a crit? Yeah, okay. I was like, that was a crit, wasn't it? Yeah. And then here's Psychic. We're going to get the win here, I think. Yeah! Okay. Well done, Team 2. Team 2. We made it through. Sandaconda, Gmax Sandaconda, we hardly knew ye. Thank goodness you get to live on in Pokemon Go in the future. I hope Sandaconda does come to the game soon, because one thing Dynamax is really missing are good ground types. And so I really want Sandaconda to be in the game, because it will actually be, like, really useful to have in the game if they have, like, Gmax Sandaconda. So there we go. And we win with a burst finish! Okay, so Sandaconda instead of me. Well, I mean, in theory, Kevin also could go for Sandaconda, so that way we like, kind of have, like, less of a... We have more resistance to being paralyzed. But I do think that... Berries! I do think that Helping Hand, it could be a helping plan here. So we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, and Pokemon Champ... Oh god. How is Pokemon Champions going to have all the gimmicks? Well, we know it's going to have... It had like... It did show off Terra and Mega, right? At the same time, it didn't show off other stuff at the same time, though, right? Or am I just making stuff up at this point? I don't even know. Okay. So, I tell you what, I'm kind of more useful defensively here. I'm actually going to use Skitter Smack instead of Scale Shot because the difference in power in these two moves is honestly going to be very marginal. But, like, I do think nerfing it is going to be very helpful. So, it will be chaos and it will be lovely. I like it on Lara, I like it. Should you light screen first? I would say just Helping Hand the rocks. Because helping the Dwaynes could be good. The only thing I am worried about is if that paralysis kicks in, but I think let me kind of like do the defensive side of this because of Skitter Smack. I know I'm saying this all way too late now, like we've selected our moves and like you're on a 10-second delay anyway. But the point is that for our audience at home, I think that if Mr. Mime plays a more offensive supporting role and I play a more defensive supporting role, then that'll be pretty nifty. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Stone Edge. More like over the hedge. Okay, and then here's the max. Rock Fall! Oh boy! Oh wow, that did a lot. That did that. It's not just a rock. It's a boulder! I like it. Boulder. Sorry, I kind of messed it. I was trying to like fuse Boulder and Boulder, but... I didn't do it very well, but ideally he just keeps trying to set the rain. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, honestly. Right. Oh, yes, on Lara, your wish. It's coming true. Oh, no, Stone Edge, it missed. How did it miss? It's 2 feet in front of you. Oh no! Right. Oh, but it doesn't matter because that did tons of damage. Was that a crit? Oh yes. Okay, that's fine. Well, there we go. That makes up for it. I don't know why it's like bow with Skitter Smack. Like on Lara pulls a bow and then bow doesn't miss and boom, elimination. Lack of education. Okay, so well done, everyone. Stars and sparkles, sparkles and stars. If you have not yet clicked like on the video / stream, now would be an amazing time to do so. And we're going to get Thunderous here. Thunderous Jones. Here we go. But yeah, let's see. How many likes should we have? We should have at least 12. Also, is Chris here? Is Chris here? Did Chris say hi and did I miss it? Chris, hello! Lovely to see you. Happy Friday, to the extent that a Friday... that song's so messed up in retrospect. Learn or die. Little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a lot of bit. If I could remember more of the lyrics, I'm sure it would be a lot of bit. But Linoon is a no. Hitmontop is also a no. Sandaconda is also a no. That's a shame. But... will we get the most important one of them all? Because I actually have all of these as shiny. Except for one. You know who it is. You know who I don't have. You know who I need. It is the slightly purple Thunderous. No. Dang. I feel like a lot of the times I've gotten shinies, it's been when I've like forgotten to like do the voice or something, and now I'm kind of like, do I actually have that many shinies where I'm like the thingy, and then it's like, oh, it is the thing, you know? I don't know. I feel like often I'm just kind of talking and then I'll do this and I'll be like, oh, ow, ow. But right, anyway, no sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. Another 871 for all 3 Pokemon. That's wild. Okay. Let's see what we got. We got careful, docile, bold, and bold. Also bold. Not bold and rash. Doesn't belong in the trash, just bold and bold. Right, yeah, I'm going to go with the docile Hitmontop. That is the plan. But there we go. Keep the nose to the wind and you'll keep your skill. Ooh, I like it. I'm starting to feel Thunderous and will be Blacephalon for longer. Kevin, Xander, the hammer. Like, sorry if your work is keeping you busy, but I need the hammer there. Like, no, we're not. We're not. No. This is not going. I was gonna say this is not going longer than Blacephalon, but I'm starting to think. Hang on, if we did start Thunderous back in February, we got Blacephalon in April. I mean, it was April like 24th or something, so that's more like 5 months than 6. But oh gosh, I don't like this. I don't like if oh god, because if Blacephalon was like October through to April, we are like Thunderous is like, even if we sort of just like don't count September because we didn't do as many, it's still one of those things where it's like, okay, but we might be at like 6 months. Oh gosh, Kevin, why did you do that to me? What did I ever do to you apart from the many hammerings? Okay, welcome back. Would you like us to keep a record of where you found Thunderous this time? And then the answer is yes. Yes, I will. Yeah, lack of education. There's, you're the best of friends, having so much fun together, and all that kind of stuff. I can never remember lyrics to songs, so forgive me. But yeah, lots of nice music in that movie, and including sad bits. Okay. Yeah, no, that movie has a lot of really good music, actually. No, I don't necessarily mean, like, enjoyable, because, like, there's, like, the sad song, which is sad, and then there's, like, that really intense music and the big action sequence at the end of the movie, which is just really, like, sort of jarring, but, like, it's great for what it is. But anyway. Okay, so, chat, let me get the old spreadsheet to Reno. We still need to do a Celesteela, don't we? So could you guys, gals, non-binary pals... would you be able to let me know? Neither one of you sees your natural boundaries. The other best of friends. It's funny, in American Dad, I don't know if you watch American Dad on Lara, but in American Dad, the high school they go to is Pearl Bailey High School, and like the only reason I know who Pearl Bailey is because of Fox and the Hound. So it's like, I just did that reference. And hey, if you understand that reference as well, kudos. But anyway, yeah, could you guys let me know? Well done for typing it in already. I didn't actually say ready, set, bow, but I didn't need to. But yeah, let me know if you can do Celesteela. So we've got Tegan, we've got Kevin, we've got on Lara. Let me know if you can do Celesteela. Kieran could do Celesteela as well. But then again, Kieran is the only one who can do Nihilego. So Kieran, do you mind if I'm sorry, I know you're used to this by now, that still doesn't necessarily make it right, but would you mind if I omit you from, because you would still like probably be doing the next round anyway, but would you mind if I oh, actually I suppose I should check, is there anyone who can't do I know the answer to this is Kevin and on Lara. Let me just but Chris hasn't played yet. Yeah. But you two will be around later, right? Like, we could do something else later, maybe. I'm just trying to think. Because if Kieran's in Nihilego... and then if I add Chris... please say Chris is here somewhere. Okay, Chris is not on the... active list, which I need to organize, but the organize button doesn't work, annoyingly. Where is Chris Bonk Kringle? Ho, 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 merry everyone. Okay, there we go. Let me just hang on. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. See, we have 6 people. So in theory, we could assign like both teams, but it's just one of those things where it's like, Chris, would you, in the name of fairness and to give everyone sort of like the sort of best chance and stuff like that, would you mind? Hang on a sec. Just can you guys like remind me about the Nihilego situation? Like, who can and can't do Nihilego? I know, like, so Kevin and Onlara can't do Nihilego. I was thinking maybe we could do Nihilego first. Like, maybe we could have Kieran host Nihilego. But could you guys let me know about Nihilego? Because, yeah, this is kind of what I was wondering. Maybe, like, we could have, like, Chris and Kieran. And then, like, either Tegan or Kiba, depending on who is, like, can do each one. But that is kind of what I was thinking. So I'm glad you kind of got ahead of me on actually saying that on Lara. But, yeah. So can you guys let me know, if we say that, like, Celesteela, I'm going to put Kevin and Onlara in Celesteela, right? Because I know, but, like, okay, so yeah, Tegan can do Nihilego, but then Kiba, okay. Actually, maybe I'll just say, if Kiba said about being able to do Celesteela, so I'm going to put Kiba in the Celesteela, and then this will work in theory, in game theory. Hang on, Kiba, there you are. So yeah, let's do Nihilego now then. I'm not going to actually switch around the teams on my spreadsheet. Nihilego is staying in number 4. But let's have Kieran, let's have Chris, and let's have Tegan. So team 3, even though on the spreadsheet you're listed as team 4, let's do Kieran, Chris, and Tegan, okay? And then in like 25 minutes, we'll do Celesteela, and that'll be on Lara, Kevin, and Kiba. Does that sound okay? Does that sound fair? That makes the most sense. It allows Chris to go, but then it makes sure that all the people in waiting still get to play, and then we'll kind of go from there. So, okay. So, we're doing the wild card ahead of time. That's wild, exactly. To quote Ryan Bartley, that's wild. Okay, so here we go. Would you like to anyway embark upon a Dynamax adventure? Yes, please. And Kieran, we're going to wait for a code from you. So we're going to say anything goes. So if you're Chris, if you're Tegan, if you're me, you're going to say anything goes. You're going to have the question mark on the pink screen, or on the screen with... I suppose it is more the screen with pink rather than the pink screen, but I look from left to right. My laptop's on my left. Oh, I didn't change Nightbot. Oh, well. But yeah, so Kieran is going to give us a code. I need to change Nightbot after this. And I need to do Nightbot and... Actually, I need to write that down. I need to, like, fix Nightbot and the spreadsheet. So hang on, fix. I'm sure if I write fix Nightbot and spreadsheet, I will know what I mean. Hopefully. Okay. Just scribbling that down. Okay, so Kieran has put a code. It's 8252, so 82, 52, 1402. Lots of twos. I like it. 22. Okay, Kevin, you'll be here in 25 minutes, and if you're not, let me be struck by a flying ice cream truck. Good reference. Okay, so here we go. Rainbow, and Tegan, and Bo, and Chris, Bonk Kringle. Ho, 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 merry everyone. Okay, so here we go. Chris, you will be in the Dynamax position. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, I really need to tidy up this desk. I've got so much crud on it, and yeah, I just need to, like, sort stuff out a little bit. There we go. Okay. When we get to Team 5, I'll also update my phone, because my phone has like an update to do, and I may as well do it once we've got our team reassigned. Okay, so chat. Nihilego, it's super duper mega weak to ground, and then steel is like, I would say, the next best thing, and then water is the next best thing after that, and then psychic is the next best thing after that. So yeah, watch out for like rock and poison, and also brutal swing, which I always forget about, but I'm more aware of these days. So there we go. Oh, there you go. Girder has ground with high horsepower. More like a high horsepower. And it is weaker to physical than special, so... Okay, nobody picked the Girder, which is weird. And then Crocodile. Crocodile to do, crocodile, 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 crocodile. Okay, that's okay, Tegan. We'll just have to get you a switch right away. Let's see, Bufalon. Oh, hang on. Water, rock. Okay, I'm thinking we probably want to go more to the right because there's like water and rock, and there's grass in the top right. That's a terrible idea. Bufalon. Let's see. Theory. Rotom. Oh, Marowak. Can we go for? Oh, there is a ground to the left, but it's only a Stunfisk. Can we get the Marowak, and then can we get, like, the Basculin? I think if we get the Marowak on the right and then the Basculin, that's pretty decent. Because I think we only really need 2 Pokemon. If we've got Girder and Crocodile, we only really... Well, Marowak's actually not that good, is it? For a Nihilego. But just Stunfisk, I don't know. Maybe we should have gone with, like, the Stunfisk, but... It's just one of these things where I looked at the Pokemon who we have to face during this path as well, and I thought, like, the right path is, like, easier for us to beat. Like, if we go against, like, a Marowak, we're going to be able to beat that with ground types and stuff like that, and dark types. So, that's my theory, my game theory. I'm just going to Brick Break rather than Focus Punch, because I don't trust this Bufalon not to attack me. That was what I was thinking. The Alolan Marowak does have Iron Head, so that was what I was kind of leaning towards as well. Also, I like how we've done this whole stream out of order today. Like, we did Stack Attacker and then Thundurus, and then now we're doing Nihilego, and then next we're doing Celesteela. I like it. It's fun. It's quirky. So, yeah, I think this can work. But yeah, in a month from now, I'll be on a break from YouTube. But thank you for joining me on these Thursdays and Fridays. Again, I'm hoping to do as many as I can, basically. I need to see... Actually, I do have a dentist appointment this month. Is that... I feel like that's on a Monday. Yeah, oh yeah, that's like Monday 20th. So, okay, that's like a few weeks from now. That's fine. Mondays are fine. But yeah, there is like a possible thing I may have like next week. We'll have to see how that goes. But... you know, and again, we won't have any like quote-unquote makeup streams for like any Thursdays and Fridays. I can't do. If I can't do a Thursday or a Friday, we just won't do it. But oh yeah, Pyukumuku can't do anything. Counter is probably like not a bad option after Toxic. Toxic's good just to get that damage going, but then like after that. Alolan Marowak is on the list of Dream Shinies. Same here. I need the Marowak as well. I need that as well. Right, Darkest Lariat. Oh, well done for going physical, just because it did use superpower to lower its own defense here. So we do want to be going like physical if we can, just because of that lowered defense. But yeah. Okay, superpower. Ow, crud. No, more Peko. No. Dang, and the storm rages on. Right, but there's Brick Break, so we did it! Team 3, even though you're listed as Team 4. Team 3, I want some more. Okay, so we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them. Ash, catch them. Do we want a Bouffalon even as a temp switch? If we've got Marowak next, I don't. Bouffalon doesn't. No, it only has superpower. So Bouffalon's actually really bad against Marowak, right? Because it has like normal and fighting. Oh no, but it does have Lash Out. So maybe it could be a good temp switch. Oh, Pyukumuku. Maybe we could get rid of Pyukumuku. Yeah, let's get rid of Pyukumuku. Tegan, get rid of Pyukumuku for Bouffalon. This is very important. You want to get rid of your Pyukumuku for Bouffalon here. You can do another switch later, but it's very important you get rid of your Pyukumuku. Otherwise, you can't do anything. Thank you. Sorry, I said that very, very late. So well done for reacting and responding. So there we go. Okay, so Marowak, there we go. And then we can, I think we'll go for the Basculin on the left rather than the Azumarill. But yeah, so if we go left and then left, this will be pretty good here. This is good because Tegan, if you Dynamax, here's the thing. You've got the Dynamax turn, Tegan, which means you can use Max Darkness, which is great. But if you'd had Pyukumuku, the only move you would have been able to use is Max Knuckle, which has no effect. And so you would have either had to have wasted a Dynamax or just, like, not used a Dynamax, and then it would have all been very awkward and annoying and stuff like that. So yeah, nicely done. Very nicely done. I'm sorry that I said that so late. That wasn't helpful. So I do appreciate you being on the ball and switching. Okay. Right. No, never mind. Okay. But no, I was going to say, YouTube break. I will admit, honestly, like, just given this week, I'm kind of welcoming a YouTube break now because there's the whole YouTube paying the, like, I've seen some outlets have reported, like, 22 million, some have reported 24, but the whole YouTube paying over 20 million thing, and, like, that's just kind of, like, very, like, what? And so, honestly, it might not be a bad thing to, like, take a break from YouTube. But oh well. Okay, blue. Special defense, Flare Blitz. Ooh, okay. Can we stop going for more Peko? And can high horsepower stop missing? Is high horsepower the one where if the move fails, it does more the next turn? Nope. Dang, that's Stomping Tantrum. Ugh, what my kingdom for a Stomping Tantrum here, because like Stomping Tantrum would have done twice the amount of damage on this turn, but never mind. Okay, 5% miss. I know. I told you if it's like between like 85 and 95, it's just the normal distribution curve has decided that I'm the one who's gonna miss. Right, Aura Wheel. There we go. Yeah, and like AI stuff. Oh, it's just here's the annoying thing with AI. I know that a lot of these companies have invested a lot of money into it, and I understand that maybe within AI somewhere there's this notion of you can't have people who have opinions or push back or ask for more money or blah 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 blah, like whatever, right? I understand that, like, logically, but it's one of those things where it's so okay, so Tegan switch, or no, Tegan switch, otherwise more Peko could, but Tegan should switch, Tegan switch, did a little Tegan switch, or have Tegan do a double switch. So I can't remember if I actually said about doing a double switch last time, so I'm sorry for once again putting you on the spot there, potentially, Tegan. Well done, nicely switched. Very well done. Okay, so if we go for the Basculin, which is to the left, then we should be in a pretty good position here, because this is Nihilego, not Celesteela. So yeah, I can't remember if I did. Maybe I did mention it at one point. I don't know, but I think maybe I was like, should we do Bouffalon for like a double switch maybe? Or something. Like, I think maybe I said that, but I don't think I necessarily said, like, Tegan, you switch your Bouffalon here, and then in the next round, do another switch. I don't think I said anything like that. I might have said the first thing, but not the second, so maybe that's what we're kind of, like, half remembering here. Okay, so, oh, I get to Dynamax. Fun! Okay, let's see how much... Let me just check my max knuckles here, because look. This is 90, and this one's 100. So this is why when you do have two moves that are similar, like pay attention to, like, the power level, the PP. If one move is... Like, there are some... Lampent's a good example. Lampent has Burning Jealousy and Inferno. I think Torkoal does as well. I don't know why they give multiple Pokemon, but either way, there are Pokemon that have, like, Burning Jealousy and Inferno. Inferno is really, really bad because it's inaccurate, but it basically exists to be, like, the perfect move to use for, like, a max move, basically. Like, that's why they give these Pokemon Inferno, because it's a good max move. So, that's one thing to, like, keep in mind about this mode. There are some moves which they give to Pokemon purely to exist as, like, a max move. Like, a Whiscash is never going to make use of Belch. Belch is, like, the one move, apart from, like, on when an opponent was Dynamaxed and could use it, but, like, the move Belch is, like, the one move in this entire mode that we have, like, never used. I think we have used every other move, even, like, the bad ones that we've used, like, accidentally or whatever. But, like, or the NPCs have used them, but, like, Belch is the one move we've never used, like, in its, you know, proper intended, regular way of being used. So, but yeah, so, right, there's Basculin, we did it. Okay, so, and then, so Marowak gets to stay at long last, and then, so Morpeko. Is gonna switch, right? So Morpeko switch, Morpeko. Even Max Guard has been used. Yes, exactly. Even Max Guard has been used. So, exactly. I'll never forget when a Whiscash baptized me a Belch. I do remember when we saw it and we were like, wait, what? Because that should have been impossible, but I guess it's also not impossible, but... so, Morpeko, Rainbow, Morpeko, Rainbow, Morpeko. Nicely done. And then we'll, but yeah, but some moves in this mode, they do exist more so for, like, Dynamaxing purposes than, like, actual, like, again, so Inferno is a move where it's, like, you shouldn't really use Inferno as a regular move. It's kind of just there as, like, a max move. Steel Roller is, like, another one where you're not really going to use it much in its regular, in like, its regular form. But as a max move, it's great. So... But yeah, but but with the AI thing... So I do understand the sort of, from, like, the hyper-capitalistic point of view, I do understand some of, like, the pros of using it, but it's one of those things where right now it's terrible, like, it's not very good, it doesn't actually replace people, it's sort of just a headache, but the other thing is that people hate it, like, so, like, the consumer base doesn't want it, unless these businesses are working towards a system where it's like, hey, pay to not have AI. Like, if that's their long game, I mean, if that's their long game, they are succeeding. But if they're not, then, like, but again, it's just this, like, wildly unpopular thing, and, you know, people don't want it or care for it, and you know, it's just something that it is a put off. I did read a thing a while back where it sort of was from an establishment, and they'd said that it is like a put off kind of thing. Like, if companies say, like, oh, this AI thing, it makes people think, like, I don't want, like, an AI fridge. I just want a fridge that, like, that just, you know, you set a dial and then it, like, stays at that temperature. I don't want a fridge trying to guess what coldness is. I just want a fridge to, you know, work at this power level. I don't want, like, a super I mean, obviously, like, fridges do have, like, a little bit of adaptation or whatever, but, like, oh gosh, that's not great. But I just want a fridge that's, like, stay cold, don't do anything too much else. And I don't want a fridge with adverts playing on it. The only way I would want a fridge with adverts playing on it is if the fridge like cost like half as much as a regular fridge. That's the only way I would want a fridge with adverts on it. But if the fridge had adverts on it and it cost more than other fridges, I don't want a fridge with adverts on it. Right, chat. Team 3, I want some more. No, Team 3. Team 3 galore, because you're written in column 4. Well done, Team 3. Very well done. Very well done indeed. Fridge, make things cold. That's all I want. Exactly. If you want to like have an ice thing, that's okay. But honestly, I can just have a fridge be a fridge and a freezer be a freezer. Like, I'm good with that personally. I don't mind having 2 appliances. But yeah, that was the thing I was going to say. It does feel like companies like are deep in the sunk cost fallacy. That is, I do sort of wonder if there's that element to it where they sort of were like, yeah, but we've like spent money on this. It's like, well, yeah, but you could just call that a lesson learned and then move on. But is that a shiny Bouffalon? That looks kind of red. No, okay. I was like, that's not red enough, right? As I think just the sun is coming through my window weirdly. Okay, Bouffalon is not shiny, thank goodness. Marowak is not shiny. Dang. Fridge adverts, fridges. I know, that's what will happen though. I swear, like they will do that. Basculin is also not shiny. So anyway, Bouffalon no, Marowak no, Basculin no. But will we get the Golden Nihilego? No. Oh, I forgot to look at the poll results yesterday. I know that Thunderous had 44%, but I actually didn't look at... but anyway, Lonely and Gentle. Gentle or Lax, there's always one. Hasty, let's not be too jolly. Okay, cool. I am going to go with the Lonely Bouffalon, though. Because it's a girl Bouffalon. Who knew that Bouffalons could be female, huh? No, Tauros can only be male, so sometimes I'm a bit like, oh yeah, that's the thing. Local shiny Porygon for Odachi, nice. Okay, well that's something at least. Okay, so looks as though you've run out of space. Are there any older records you wouldn't mind erasing? This is only Team 3, so I have to remember at the end of round 3 to select no. So Celesteela, Team 4, who is written in Team 3. So Team 4, I'm smiling with glee. On Lara, Kevin, Kiba, please come on down. We're going to click on the Y button for the internet. We're going to make sure we are connected. We're going to talk to the nice scientist lady. We're going to say Celesteela. And then we're going to go... 0310, 0310. I'm going to do it twice. There you go. It's so nice, I'm doing it twice. What was I going to say? Oh, chat, I do have some good news. On Wednesday, in Pokemon Go, I caught, during raid hour for our Origin Dialga, I got a Kecleon. And because I'm doing the shiny Jirachi quest, and you need to catch 10 Kecleon, and I've been on this quest for weeks now, like where the only thing I need to do is catch 10 Kecleon. And I finally found a Kecleon. There was one at the park I go to. Like, good golly gosh, Moses muffins. I found one. So, hooray, 1 down, 9 to go. It'll probably take me like half a year or something stupid like that. But it did it. Why, this code is so good, I'll think I'll enter it a second time. Very good reference, Kevin. Chris, thank you so much. And hopefully see you around. But happy October. But share it, Joe. Very nice. Okay, so Bo, Kevin, Unlara, Shirido, a.k.a. Kiba. Could we please proceed with the Celesteela? Celesteela, it's like a Skarmory. So fire and electric are the 2 things it's weak to. It does have Earthquake, so Wide Guard. So what have we got? Mienshao, Hitmonlee, Mantine, Kingler, and Pelipper are all very good to look out for, okay? They are very good with Wide Guard. But additionally, though, Rotom with Levitate, or Talonflame, because it flies, I remember Talonflame, can be good as well. So, yeah. But you guys know all this. Yeah, I think but basically Talonflame is probably the best fire type, and then Rotom is probably the best electric type. Or you can just have Pokemon with electric moves. Or Smackdown! I'll lay the Smackdown on you. I'm going to pick Armaldo because it has Smackdown. So we can also pick Pokemon with ground moves now. That is also an option. But yeah, so I got 1 Kecleon out of 10. One... Oh, actually, Phalanx is good because fighting, once it's grounded, fighting is super effective. So I forgot about that. Phalanx is also really, 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 really good because once it's grounded, fighting is super effective. Fighting is super effective. I forgot about that. I was just sort of thinking, oh, ground type moves then work, but fighting would be super effective as well, right? Is that how it works? I actually don't know because it's still a flying type though. Does it just lose the flying? This would be interesting. I actually don't know how this works. Do we want to go for Hitmonchan if like fighting's good, or there is? Oh no, Manectric. But then again, we can only have 1 electric type if we have Manectric. But there's also fire to the right. I actually think we should go for Hitmonchan and the fire type. That's my theory, my game theory. Okay, we've gone to the left. That's okay. Once again, we have gone to the left for a Linoon when I was anticipating going to the right. Left has 2 electrics, yes, but one of them is Manectric, and you can only have 1 electric if you have a Manectric. But then again, Obstagoon or Stunfisk could power up the Manectric, so that's also okay. I don't think it changes type effectiveness. But the thing is that it kind of... Here's the thing, because you're not wrong, right? Like when we've used it on like Thunderous, Rock is still super effective against it. But I mean, does it basically just eliminate flying? No, but no. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I think you're right. It doesn't change the type effectiveness. It just makes it so that flying can be hit, but it still treats the... No, hang on, wait. It changes the relationship between flying and ground so that flying goes from, like, nothing to neutral. That's what it does, right? So then fighting types wouldn't be... Okay, this is fine. So, with that in mind, with this in mind about the... Okay, so with that in mind, if we say fighting doesn't become super effective, which I do think is correct now that I've actually talked it through out loud, does this mean, do we want to keep Obstagoon because it's got an electric move, and we'll get rid of Phalanx and the other Pokemon, who I can't remember even though I just looked at it? Lycanroc. Do we say want to get rid of those 2 in favor of the 2 electric types? And then, even if everyone is just feeding Manectric, that could still be the way to go. Roost causes the flying type to be ignored when taking down. See, that's the thing. Roost... No, see, this is what I'm thinking... No, this is where I'm making the mistake. I'm thinking of Roost. Because with Roost, if you have, like, say, an Aerodactyl using Roost, or, no, let's just say, like, a Swellow or a Noctowl or something. A Swellow, a Noctowl, a Pidgeot, if they use Roost... fighting becomes super effective. But so I think I'm thinking of Roost. But yes, Smackdown isn't the same as Roost, I don't think. Because yeah, Roost just removes the typing, whereas Smackdown changes the relationship between flying and ground moves. That's the difference. But anyway, Bark. But so all this to say, do we want to get rid of Lycanroc and Phalanx? All of that. Do we want to get rid of Lycanroc and Phalanx? And I'm thinking maybe Lycanroc, because Lycanroc is not very good against Stunfisk. Although then again, neither is Manectric, to be honest. But like it's fine. We make Manectric the Dynamax and power it up. Yes, that's what I was thinking and going for as well. It's not just about making... Oh, no, wait. Oh, wait, hang on, no. Because, yeah, but no, that means we'd need to get rid of Phalanx now. Dang it, yeah, no. Sorry, yeah, no, you're right, sorry. Sorry, in my head I was thinking both things of having Manectric as the Dynamaxer who gets powered up. But obviously that means we'd need to get rid of Phalanx now, doesn't it? Because Phalanx is in 4th place. Okay, we'll have to keep Lycanroc. Lycanroc can just use Howl, and that can power up Armaldo and Obstagoon in the next battle, and Manectric maybe. Okay, does that sound like a plan? Like, Lycanroc can just use Howl in the next battle and be a support Pokemon. Okay. So Kevin, you're holding on to the dog. Yeah, sorry, Manectric's the Dynamaxer. That's going to be the Manectric. We want to be the fourth round Dynamaxer. The boss battle Dynamaxer. So yeah, ignore me. I'm getting flustered and confused. Oh, a first impression. Oh, it just nerfed itself. You fool! You foolish fool! Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so here's the... See, Dayform Lycanroc is quite nice to Dynamax and use Stone Edge with, because its Stone Edge then becomes accurate. But with the Night form, it has no guard. So its Stone Edge is already accurate. And that's kind of the... And therein lies the issue. Right, Sandstorm hit, Sandstorm hit, Sandstorm hit. I think it's wild that we've only had, like, the few Mega Evolution reveals that we've had. I thought we were going to have, like, 1 or 2 more, but we're so close to the release date more that, like... sorry, the release date now, that, like, yeah, there's no way we're getting a, like, new Mega Evolution revealed before the game comes out, are we? But, well, we had fun while it lasted with, like, the special videos they had and stuff. But I really feel like 5 plus the Nintendo Direct reveal would have been better than, like, 4 in a Direct reveal, but, oh well. After Armaldo uses Smackdown, Stunfisk can use Earth Power. Oh, Kiba, that's using the old noodle. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, because we only need to power up... Actually, well, no, we can look at the turn order, can't we? We can look at... If Stunfisk is slower than Armaldo, then that's a thing we can do. So, Phalanx switch... Phalanx switch. Yeah, if Armaldo is faster than Stunfisk, Stunfisk can just go straight for the Smackdown, for the Earth Power. And then, yeah, no, sorry, that's Kiba. That's really insightful. So this is why I like playing with people. Because you will kind of... Again, there's so many things to think about and so many things to, like, hold in your head. There's so many things to, like, just hold on to that you can kind of, like, get too focused on one thing and forget about other things. So, I don't mind. The thing, I don't want all the Mega Evolution Pokemon to be revealed and released before the game comes out. Like, one thing with Pokemon Sun and Moon, they literally revealed all but one of the regional variants. Not necessarily, like, I'm not sure if they revealed, like, necessarily every evolved form, but, like, if you say something like, you know, I can't remember whether they revealed Alolan Ninetales specifically, but they did reveal Alolan Vulpix, and Alolan Sandshrew, and Rattata, and Grimer, and it was basically everything but Geodude. The Geodude family was the only one that wasn't revealed before the game came out, and that was like too high a percentage. As far as percentages of revealed regional forms go, that was too many. I think Sword and Shield might have had a better one, but I can't really remember what they revealed before or not. I know they did the Ponyta. We knew about Ponyta before the game came out, I think, but... Oh, stream is a bit laggy. I'm just gonna do a quick be right back. But I'm still here. You can still hear me. Yes, Clam Fandango. But yeah, so, I mean, I am glad they're keeping Mega Evolutions a secret, minus these leaks that happened. We don't talk about leaks here at Beauvo Games. But there we go, the Howl. We're gonna move some castles and do more damage. Okay, the Ponyta was the 24-hour stream, yes. So yeah, but I don't think I think there were things that they did, like, hold back, which was good. So again, Sword and Shield were great, man. I love these games. Still playing them all these years later. Someone call the plumber because Bo wants no leaks in here. Do the Mario! But anyway. So, I mean, again, depending on how many new Mega Evolutions we're getting in this game, you know, maybe we have had a good amount revealed. But at the same time, like, the Kalos starters having Mega Evolutions isn't really, like... That was, like, a very predictable thing, I feel. And it's sort of one of those things where, like, you can't reveal one of them without revealing all three of them. It was already weird enough that we had Blaziken, but not Sceptile and Swampert initially. So, yeah, I don't know. Right, here we go. Max Darkness. Kadoosh. Also, this Howl is a good... I'm glad we're actually using Howl as, like, a strategy, because it's one of the things we've just not we've always, like, used Lycanroc so offensively that we've never really gotten the chance to use it as, like, Howl support. Oh, come on! Okay, so, Stunfisk is going to be using Thunderbolt on turn 1, because I am now going to be slower. So yeah, sorry, Stunfisk will have to use Thunderbolt on turn 1, I'm afraid. Yeah, I always forget that Stomping Tantrum is a contact move. I always just think of it as, like, stomping near the Pokemon, not on the Pokemon. Stunfisk getting the last laugh. I know. Damn Stunfisk. This is why Stunfisk is my least favorite Pokemon. Although if you then include its Galarian variant, it's, like, not my least favorite Pokemon, but okay. Okay. Fine, game, you win. Okay, so here we go. Team 4, not to be confused with Team 3. I don't need to pee, so let's do this. Right. Celesteela with the white bamboo. Okay. Okay. Right. Let's do... I'll lay the smackdown on you. But yeah, sorry. If I hadn't got paralyzed, we could have looked up the speed order and everything, but... This is fine, though. The thing is, Manectric is going to do such a huge... There's going to be such a huge variance in damage between turn 1 and turn 2, because Manectric's going to attack just as, like, base Manectric here. But then on turn 2, it's going to have the terrain and, like, 2 electric boosts. So this is going to be really funny. Although, obviously, do make sure you still target Celesteela. Because, like, never, like, target Manectric. Just let nature take its course. Because when it nullifies our abilities, like, you know. So you always want to do the, like, intended target. But, never, like, aim for your partner. Because that's just bad. But, right, here we go. Oh, Earthquake, no! I forgot about that. No. Okay, Stunfisk, Thunderbolt. I just gotta hope I'm jinxing it here, but we just gotta hope that, like, I'm okay here, okay? Smackdown! I'll leave the Smackdown on you. Okay, so Obstagoon can keep powering up Manectric, probably, but then Stunfisk can actually attack with, like, an Earth Power here. Earth Power, the move I adore. Right, here we go. They don't nullify abilities? Really? No, I thought they do. I thought we've had ability nullifying stuff. I feel like we've had ability nullifying stuff. Oh, we're gonna have to look at this. Right, Smackdown, Flash Cannon. I know it does, like, do the reset of stats, but... Stomping Tantrum for the win, come on! Yes! Okay. Okay, well done. Yeah, it's like when it does, like, it's when it does the reset on us. Like, it didn't do it, like... there because there's the 2 resets. There's the reset on the boss and there's the reset on us, but I thought the reset on us does reset abilities because I feel like we have had certain instances where that's sort of, like, been an issue. I just can't think of a specific instance where it's been an issue now, though. I'm trying to think of like an example. But anyway, well done, Team 4, who's not Team 3. Very well played. Either way, we played so well that we didn't even have to answer our own question. And so now we get to enjoy some white bamboo Celestealers. Please, for the love of Nelly, let us get white bamboo Celestealers. We are now less than or fewer than 95 Dynamax Adventures away from me, I don't know, not being able to do this or whatever. That's it. In fairness on Lara, we beat these bosses so quickly, they don't really do the nullifying thing on us. We'll have to look into it. Linoon is a no. Manetric. Oh, shiny Manetric. Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hang on. Get back in the pose. There we go. Shiny Manetric. I still need Electrike, though, because I have Manetric. I think I've even got Manetric on these streams before. But I can't quite remember now. But Manetric, though. But it's such a cool one, though. Look at it. It's great. Oh, I love it. I was literally looking at when I caught one in Pokemon Go, like 2 or 3 years ago or something as well. That's cool. Grainetric, yes, you did. That was it. Yes, yeah, I was like, I'm sure I've even had it on the pink screen. But will we get Tenchi's Choice along with the white bamboo Celesteela? No. Okay, that's okay. We didn't get Can you imagine if we got Bufalon and the Manetric? So no Sparkles there, but Sparkles there, baby. And then Stunfisk, and then Celesteela. And look, Manetric Ruins are 12871 thing. We had 12871, 12871, 12871, but this is a 1689. So there we go. Maybe I'll transfer this into Pokemon Legends ZA. And then I can have a shiny Grainetric that can Mega Evolve, and then I'll never be able to put it back into this game again. But there we go. So, well done, team, whatever you are. Let's see the natures quickly. Bashful, docile, hasty, and lonely. But still, even though I have shiny Manetric, still I think it's rather tasty. Okay, so, well done. So we'll do that, and we'll do that. And there we go. That's Manetric. Gotta remember to keep the ticket, because this is one of my tickets. So there we go. So chat, my lovely chat, I think we generally, things are quite even right now in terms of who is here and who has played. But could you guys, let me know? Let me do this. So the tickets. So what we've got Thunderous, Celesteela, Stack Attacker, and then Nihilego as the wild card. Could you guys, gals, and non-binary pals, please let me know who you are able to face off against on Laracant going swimming? Oh, that sounds fun. I hope you have a good time. But could you guys, gals, non-binary pals, ready, set, bow, all that lovely stuff? Could you let me know what you're able to do? Then we'll see who we've got. It might end up just being, like, say, Kevin, Tegan, and Kieran. But we'll have a look. Hey, if it's indoors, any weather is good for swimming. Plus, here in LA, it's still... Actually, all over America, it's actually, like, really hot right now. In places like Texas, I think it like this coming week, it's gonna like be in the 90s. Here in LA, I think it's gonna be like in the 80s. And I think in a bunch of places in like the Northeast, it's gonna be warm. So I think it is like very warm, like pretty much all over America, minus a couple of places. Like next week, even though it's October. So, okay, so we have Kevin, Tegan, and Kieran. Again, you guys know what I am gonna say. Where it's like, cold and rainy in Utah today. Well, that sounds very Octoberish, indeed. But okay, Okay. So chat, my lovely chat. If it's you three, so Kevin, Tegan, Kieran, why don't you come on down and let's do it? It's Thunderous. It is Thunderous. Are we okay to do Thunderous? Again, it's just one of those things where it ups the numbers and blah 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 blah. But is that okay? Let me put it this way. If we do 4 Dynamax Adventure streams, right, where we do Thunderous twice each time, right, that is, okay, 8 Thunderouses in a week. And if we take 8 Thunderouses and we do 8 Thunderouses, the odds of getting a Thunderous is about 8%. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. But the point is, it's not crazy. So it's October, aka pumpkin season. Don't tell that to our pumpkin cat in the house. He is a big fluffy boy. Except he's not fluffy anymore because we shaved him. But okay, so why don't we, Kevin, Tegan, Kieran, please come on down for one final round. On the Ycom, please make sure you are connected to the internet and not something else. And then please make sure that you do a Dynamax adventure, say that anything goes, but then I'll select Thunderous. And then we will go 0310 and then 0340? How about that? 0310, 0340. That's the code. Ready, set, bow. Here we go. And here we go. And then, so just a reminder. So tomorrow is Saturday, and then the day after that is Sunday, because that's how days of the week work. So I will be back at the normal times this weekend. Okay, so just 11 a.m. Saturday, 2 p.m. Sunday. That all should be good in the hood, as the kids like to say. And so we should still be good for tomorrow, no issues. And then there we go. Any abilities from any of the players or teammates' Pokemon become suppressed if they are listed on the abilities ignored by Mold Breaker regarding the reset Shockwave thing. Huh. That's oddly specific. Because that's sort of, that would mean, I don't know, like say if a Pokemon had, like say if you have like Charmeleon with solar power, so does that mean solar power like still works? Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to look into this, because that's, Mold Breaker is, linking it to Mold Breaker is a very specific thing. Mold Breaker has very specific effects. So Thunderous, Lightning Rod is so good for Thunderous. Also, Weather Ball is good if we get the right kind of weather. So, and Lurantis is a grass type. So, and then Blossom is a grass type with Helping Hand, which is also helpful. So, oh, Armaldo with the Smackdown. He'll lay the Smackdown on you. Is very good as, so Armaldo is definitely the best thing there, but then Blossom can be like kind of handy, if need be, as well. So Armaldo, on Lara, have a good swim, and we'll see you another time. Blossom. Did I mention Blossom? Yay! Okay, excellent. But no, on Lara, thank you so much. See you another time. See you anon. And then here we go. Okay, Hitmonchan does have like ice, which is nice. But let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can actually get some rock or ice. There is rock in the top right, I just saw. And there is Emolga. We might want to go right because of the Emolga. And then let's see what we got. Araquanid, no. Machoke, no. Alcremie, Colossal. Oh, Colossal's a good Gigantamaxer. So maybe we could just get rid of Blossom for Colossal, and maybe like Lurantis could switch or something else, but maybe we could do like Lurantis for Alcremie or something. Like if Alcremie boosted Colossal, Oh, if our creamy boosted Colossal, so if we had like Armaldo and Colossal, that could be very special. I'm just saying. Tegan, did you want me to take Blossom? I think that was a good choice. That like I don't know if I was like particularly vocal about it or not, but I do think that like just having the Blossom was probably the best thing out of those four. Just personally, again, I know sometimes I can be a bit hard to read on these things, but so thank you for picking up on that. But yes, I know, I know. But the ironic thing is, yeah, I do think we then probably then do want to get rid of Blossom for Colossal. Blossom, I don't know. But anyway, but no, we could also get rid of Lurantis for Alcremie, and that could be good as well. So. Right, there's the Max Lightning, very, very frightening, just because, well, Emolga can utilize that a little bit, the terrain. Like, maybe I should have used something else, but but I do have the Lightning Rod, so it's also okay. That's why I felt kind of safe. Right, singing in a round, row, you merrily, merrily. Oh, nice, gently down the smackdown, gently down to the ground. Okay. I'm going to Max Lightning, very, very frightening. Me, for me, for me, for me. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, good. Emolga's using... no! It has Endure! No! No! That's not fair! Everyone get it! Get it with whatever you've got! Dazzling Gleam, more like a dazzling beam. Round, singing in a round, row, you merrily, merrily. If you have any moves with like extra status effects, use them now. Oh, Emolga, you fool, you foolish fool. Do. Oh yeah, neutral after the smackdown. Yeah, so it's not like Roost. It's different than Roost. So, yeah. Good point. Good observation. Because yeah, we're using electric. So, yeah. So basically, yeah, Roost eliminates the flying type. Smackdown just changes flying so that it's neutral to ground, and that's it. Not neutral to fighting or anything. But there we go. Or rock or whatever. Okay, I'm glad we didn't get repeat Endures. Because that would have sucked. Okay. Right, we do not want this Emolga, I don't think. Because if we've got whoever we've got next, who I've already forgotten. Alcremie. Yeah, Emolga's not really special against Alcremie. I don't think we really need it. But I think if we go for Alcremie, and then if we go for Colossal, and then so if we do Blossom for Colossal, then that will be good. And then if we get rid of Alcremie here's the thing, if we get rid of Alcremie can power up Armaldo as well. Like, Alcremie can use Decorate on Armaldo, and Armaldo can use Max Quake, and that'll be really, really good on Colossal. So Alcremie is very good. The only move I know that gets rid of a Pokemon's type is the move Burn Up. That gets rid of like your own type. Does it like replace you with well, it turns you into a normal type, right? Or do you just become like very neutral to everything? I think it's normal specifically, but I could be wrong. Right, I'm just gonna Rising Voltage, very, very voltage. Shout out to early Chugga Conroy videos with the AI getting Protect off like 4 times in a row. Oh gosh. I don't know if there's actually something built into the game now where like Protect can't work like several times in a row, but I think back in the day it just the effectiveness reduced by a half. So like it would work 100% of the time on turn 1, 50% of the time on turn 2, 25% of the time on turn 3, which I have had happen. And then 12.5% on turn 4, and 6.25% on turn 5, and so on and so forth. It's not fun. But oh my god. Ooh, sorry, I don't know why I've like yawned 2 times. I am actually very much enjoying the stream today, but I guess I'm just tired maybe. I do need to like make my bed because my bedding's like a bit sort of skew-whiff, and then it means you don't like sleep as well because like your covers are more prone to falling off. I need to like remake my bed. But the thing is, I'm doing laundry this weekend, so like I don't know. I can figure it out then. Right, okay. Well, okay, the grass is not so much a pain in the grass, but that's okay. Oh. Oh, Stomping Tantrum. I was just expecting a good old-fashioned smackdown, but... okay, hopefully, but we did more than a third there, so we should be good. We should be good. Oh, Tegan, you used Giga Drain, actually, now that I think about it, so I think you were good. If we had something with a super effective move... Oh, no, wait, no, Dazzling Gleam is bad. Bad. Jill, hi, welcome. Oh, it decorated you? Oh, that's bad if you're Lurantis. It's good if you're anything else, but it's bad if you're Lurantis. Okay. Also, it's very warm in here. I might just check the AC has been... Well, no, we're near the end of the stream, aren't we? But I might need to check if the AC has been turned off. But yeah, we want Giga Drain if we're Blossom. Blossom has Giga Drain, right? Because Giga Drain is like Blossom's best attack. There's no reason to not be using Giga Drain, particularly when there's a terrain up. Smackdown. Yeah, Smackdown, Leaf Storm. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going. We're doing well. Again, we've done more than 2/3 of the damage, so it doesn't matter too much, but I just want to make sure we take this down as effectively as possible. Nicely done. And then more grass. Grass. Oh, no, don't Dazzling Gleam me. Oh, no, Max Strike. No, now is not the time to hold back. No. Oh, no, Kevin disconnected. Oh, crud. Oh, my gosh, okay. Okay, Kevin disconnected. Kevin the Hammer from Xander. But, like, oh, gosh. Okay, we want to catch everything. You don't have to keep them, but always catch them, catch them. Okay, we might need to rethink things. If Kevin had a disconnect, we might need to rethink, because it's going to change the Dynamax order here as well. Basically, Tegan is going to be... maybe Tegan, you might need to switch here. Maybe... Hang on. Oh, it's Nia. Hang on, don't select anything just yet, Tegan. Wait, I'm gonna select no, and then we'll see what the computer does, okay? But if Nia doesn't take the Alcremie, you need to. Does that make sense? So, okay, right, so you need to now take this, Tegan. So hopefully that makes sense. Because the computer didn't take it, you need to. Because we needed to make sure that at least someone took it, but we had to make sure. Okay, excellent. Nicely done. But yeah. So, okay. And then we've got... Okay. Oh, gosh. We've got Colossal. I can't afford to... No, this is really annoying because... Do I get a citrus berry here? Please give me a citrus berry. Citrus berry! Oh, this is awkward. Okay, Tegan. How about this? Can you basically do the same thing again in the next round? So, like, so this is what I mean. If I'm going to press the B button, when it asks, like, oh, do you want to take this Pokemon? I'll press the B button. We'll hope that Nia, the computer player, takes it. Okay, there's Nia with her folded arms. Don't you cross your arms at us, young lady. But like, but basically, so if I say no again, because I don't know if I don't know if you know about this, Tegan, so forgive me if you know, but basically the computer player, how quickly they make their choice is tied to when the host makes their choice. So because I'm the host, if I press the B button very quickly, the computer will make their decision like a few seconds after me. So what we'll do is I'll press the B button very quickly, like, no, I don't want this Colossal. We'll see if the computer takes Colossal. If it does, yay, awesome. But if the computer doesn't take Colossal, I would rather you have Colossal. So hopefully that makes sense. Does that sound like a plan, Tegan? Sorry to kind of put that on you all of a sudden. But we need some kind of a plan. Lurantis, please just use Leaf Storm over and over and over and over. This is actually the one time where it's good for a computer to use it, because she's going to get a special attack boost here, and there's a terrain. So hopefully she'll just keep spamming it over and over, with the understanding that it's going to get stronger and stronger. So here we go. So we're getting a little bit of health back. Scold. Oh, no. Oh my gosh. I didn't get burned. If I got burned, that could have been the end of it. Okay. Thank you, Tegan, for being awesome. But yeah, this really kind of hinges on... This kind of hinges a lot on you, unfortunately. Well, it hinges on the computer, but then it kind of hinges on you, because... Yeah, we want to keep our Moldo, and we want to keep Mainetric, because Mainetric has the amazing ability. Even though I don't have much health. But yeah, we're going to have to see how the rest of this goes. Right, here's the max overgrowth. Kadoosh. That does a little bit more this time. So more Leaf Storm, please. More Cowbell, more Leaf Storm. And then hopefully a Stomping Tantrum gets us the win here. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Team 5. I feel alive. Unlike this Colossal. Well done. Seriously, very nice work. Okay. So basically, either Tegan or the computer is going to take the Colossal, okay? I'm going to not take the Colossal, and then we'll see how the computer reacts. If the computer takes it, yay, brilliant, because that'll just be what Kevin was... Well, actually, no, not Kevin, but basically... We like ideally we want to ditch Lurantis. So we're gonna see if Lurantis does the switch, but if Lurantis doesn't, then Tegan can just get rid of Alcremie. So I've pressed no. The computer's done it. Okay, so Tegan, you can press B now. You're good. You don't need to switch. And here's what I would recommend. I would recommend that you either use Decorate on Colossal or Armaldo. I don't... Oh, hang on. Did she just get a white herb? Wait, did she just get a white herb? Because she has... Because white herb... No, oh no, white herb. I'm thinking of power herb, not white herb. Never mind. But maybe if you use Decorate on Colossal, it could get an insanely powerful turn 2 attack. But if you use it on Armaldo, you're going to get stronger attacks right away. So... You might want to just use it on Armaldo, just because Kieran's a safer bet. But if you did do one on Colossal, it might then end up just having like an insanely strong attack on turn 2. I trust you to pick whichever one, but I would basically Decorate one of your rock-type allies. But which one you go for, I think there's benefits either way. But I think as long as you Decorate one of our rock-type partners, we should be good here. So Thunderous uses Thunder. Yes, it wastes it. I take the attack, I redirect it, and save the town. Okay, so here's Rising Voltage. So that does a good amount of damage, because I got a boost. Alcremie's Decorating. It's using it on Colossal. We're going to go for that turn 2. But the funny thing is, you actually could have used one on... Okay, you're actually faster than everyone, so it's funny, you could have used like one on Kieran and then on Colossal. Smackdown is still going to be a little bit stronger, though, I think, ironically. Just because with stab and everything, it's... Well, I think it's about the same, but the Smackdown is usually more about helping other ground-type allies and stuff. Okay, I'm going to Dynamax here. Actually, no, or should I? Actually, no, I'm not going to Dynamax here. Hang on. Yeah, I'm not going to Dynamax here, because if we do get into turn 3, I want Armaldo to be able to Dynamax. So, yeah. Max Lightning, very, very frightening me. I haven't seen the SpongeBob movie in so long. Like, I probably haven't seen the SpongeBob movie in like 20 years, basically. I only watched it like the one time, I think. Right, here's Armaldo. And then he'll lay the smackdown on him. Okay, and then Colossal's probably going to finish this here. Unless, like, it gets desperate and attacks everyone. Then I think we'll be okay here. Okay, it is getting desperate. It is using Discharge. I've probably now jinxed this. But that's the thing, I'm just, like, I'm immune to all these electric moves, so... Right, just hang in there, everyone. No paralysis, we've won! Well, Team 5. Team 5, not Team 3. Team 5, I feel alive. And by alive, I mean proud. That was excellent. Tegan, very well done with the switching there. I'm sorry to, like, put you on the spot with all that. But you did great. Stars and Sparkles, Sparkles and Stars. Kieran, obviously, you were fantastic as well. Thank you for your, you know, both hands on the wheel, Armaldo. And thank you, Mainetric, for validating why... You know, even with a half-dead Mainetric, it's still so good in a Thunderous battle. For the love of Nelly, let's hope we get a shiny Thunderous here. We did great, and by that I mean you guys did great. Oh yeah, Kevin, so are you in the multiverse? What's going on with you? Right, so Emolga, I do need shiny Emolga, but it's not shiny. Alcremie is not shiny, unfortunately. Colossal is not shiny. But will we get the biggest, goldenest goose of them all? The slightly purple Thunderous? No! Dang, I mean, I did get a shiny today, so, you know. Oh, you beat Thunderous like 5 minutes ago. Oh. Well, thanks for rubbing it in. Okay. No sparkles there, no sparkles there, no sparkles there. Let's check Rash, Bold and Rash. No, Careful, Quiet, and Adamant. Ooh, Adamant. That's pretty cool. Oh, wouldn't it be adamant? 199. Look, that's pretty good attack. 99. Right, Quiet. Oh, so quiet. Actually, I'm going to go for a Quiet Colossal. Why not? So there we go. So that, guys, gals, non-binary pals, is another 5 Dynamax Adventures without a shiny legendary. But we are getting closer, mathematically, we are getting closer. So would you like us to keep a record of where you found Thunderous? And the answer is yes, I would, because I need it, dang. I got a shiny Mainetric. It's like my second one as part of the Dynamax Adventures, and my third one that I've ever had. But I love Mainetric, so I can't complain. But I do need Electrike. But I guess that's what Legend ZA is for. Like, I will get, like, Electrike and Aron and stuff like that in Legend ZA in a couple of weeks. So, there we go. Okay, chat. You have been absolutely wonderful. I really appreciate the love and support. I'll be back this weekend, as previously advertised, for you know, our regularly scheduled Dynamax Adventures, Saturday and Sunday. Saturdays 11 a.m. and Sundays 2 p.m. Okay, so right now it's 4 p.m. So yeah, so I'll see you at 11 a.m. tomorrow and 2 p.m. on Sunday. Okay. So that is it from me. That is all from me. If you enjoyed this stream, please click like on the video. It's time for Bo to shame his fans. And ask you guys, hang on, let's just check quickly. Oh, wow, Zarda's shot right back to the top now. We should have at least 13 likes. Do we have like 14 or 15 or something like that? That would be helpful. But yeah. So I'll be back this weekend for our usually scheduled stuff. Hopefully we can get a shiny legendary this weekend. Again, with these like upped number of streams, we should be more mathematically likely to get a legendary now, but we'll have to see how it goes. I need to do some counting to figure out how long it's been since we got the Kartana. Because it's been a few weeks since we got Kartana. It's been a few weeks. So take care, everyone. Lots of love. And I'll see you this weekend. Take care and bye-bye.